I just wanna ride my bike. Yeah, I'm just sick of always watching the news. I just wanna go outside. Yeah, spend a weekend way up top with a view.
Hey, what is up, everybody? You're listening to another episode of The Rim Break, where we press on the brakes on life a little and appreciate some of the businesses around us. I'm your host, Albert, and I am on my bicycle right now. Today we're going to learn about Culvers. It's a pretty cool company. I really like it so far from doing a little bit of research on it. So let's jump into our findings and a little fun facts. And just some cool things that I found during my research. Some unique features that they have. Oh wow. I don't know what I ran over. Tires are okay. Yeah. And one thing that I saw was just quality in everything that they do. So quality beef, first of all, butcher quality beef. They have 3 cuts of Midwest beef, sirloin, chuck, and plate. So a little bit about the beef. So sirloin is the flavor. It's the most expensive cut that they use. Some examples are a T-bone porterhouse and a New York strip. Chuck is the more economical cut. Example is a 7-bone roast or chuck roast, and popular for ground beef. It's good balance between flavor and fat. Plate, cheap cut, but it has a lot of good flavor and a lot of good fat. Or, dang, I messed that up. That was the chuck. The plate is the cheapest cut. It's like a brisket, tougher and fattier. So, yeah, that's really good. That's a really good mix for ground beef. So they get their fresh beef every day from a local butcher. Okay, there's a twig that I ran over, but it's all good. They get the beef from their local butcher. The cuts that they use are actually very nice, and they have a lot of good marbling. And marbling is fat, and fat is flavor. So that's really good. Lots of flavor, very flavorful beef patties, if I could taste one. Then the cuts of beef are then ground up and cooked on a flat top grill. They have a different technique for their patty making. They use a burger turner. It's like an oversized metal spatula, and they press it down with a stainless steel cylinder to press it down into that classic burger patty. And I'm really happy to see that the Culvers use quality ingredients, because as a cook myself, I do think that the quality of ingredients can make or break a dish. The customers also can tell if something is fresh or if something is not. They can tell if something's high quality or if something's made with fillers. So having good ingredients and some good relations with your suppliers is very important to have a consistent product and to make sure you're getting the highest of quality, because their business affects your business and it represents your business. It's important to just have like those good relations. And let's jump into the history. Some really cool things that I saw. They just quick service, but they still managed to keep the quality in mind, which is really amazing. They get your food out in a timely fashion, and they have an incredible quality. So one cool thing that I saw was a positive news story that I came across. It was how a Culver's franchise owner went above and beyond his duties as an owner. The Culvers in Platteville, Wisconsin. Yeah, Wisconsin. In November of 2013, that location caught on fire, and all the employees were wondering, what are we gonna do? We don't have any more jobs. What am I gonna do? And the owner stepped up. Okay, it's too late. gonna turn around. This is ridiculous. But yeah, they were wondering if they were still going to be employed, and they were, because the owner, Bruce Pearl, decided to do something about it. So the insurance would pay about 60 days of employee payroll, but Pearl, out of his own pocket, would pay 4 months of paychecks, almost $144,000 of his own money. He just had one request for his employees, and that was to go volunteer in the community, and that is a pretty good trade-off. This shows that Culvers and the people who own the franchise and just the employees, they are very people-oriented. And that's what business is all about. It's not about the money; it's about the people. So, a quick history of Culvers. Culvers is a family business founded by George and Ruth Culver, and co-founded by Craig and Leah Culver, the husband and wife duo. In 1961, this is where George and Ruth Culver first dipped into the food industry by owning an A&M or A&W. I'm gonna turn around. They didn't have any experience or formal training in the fast food or food industry. It was just part of the risk of being an entrepreneur. So that's really inspiring. You don't have to have any special training to just start like an empire. It's really, really awesome to hear. And this also led to Craig and his brother Kurt and his sister Georgia to be immersed in the restaurant industry. In 1968, they purchased a resort-style restaurant, the Farm Kitchen at Devil's Lake, continuing their food endeavors. In 1973, Craig Culver worked at a McDonald's right after college. And about 20 years later, George, Ruth, Craig, they've all got some really good experience at the restaurant industry. Just learning about hospitality, how to serve guests, how to cook amazing food. Yeah, it was really just awesome. And this is, I don't like this one. I really need that mic. But, yeah. George, Ruth, Craig, and his wife, Leah, decided to open up the first Culver's Frozen Custard and Burger in 1984. The inspiration for Culver's was Craig, this is from their website. Craig combined a love for his mom's homemade hamburgers with his favorite childhood vacation treat, fresh frozen custard, creating our signature combination: Culver's Butterburgers and fresh frozen custard. And the rest was history. Culver's later opened up a few franchises within the state of Wisconsin. And to further expand, Culver's created the Culver's Franchising System Incorporated, CFSI. This keeps things consistent in the Culver's ecosystem. Proper training, education, personal and professional growth. This learning center was opened in 1999 in Prairie du Sac, Wisconsin, just a mile north of their original restaurant. Culver's has been cooking up delicious food with great manners ever since. This was due to Ruth Culver, who made everybody who came to a Culver's feel welcome. And another fun fact, according to Entrepreneur magazine, Culver's is the largest frozen custard chain in the United States. So Culver's just has some amazing food, some amazing custard. I don't think I've had custard, but it sounds delicious and it looks amazing. But I want to try some custard now. Let's go to Wisconsin or Michigan or just Midwest and get some custard. Sounds like a plan. So let's just jump into some of the questions that I have aligned. The full name of the business is Culvers Franchising System Incorporated. Their slogan is Family Farm Fresh. And their mission, Culver's mission, is every guest who chooses Culver's leaves happy. I hope that's true. I mean, you're getting delicious food, so, and some custard. You better leave happy after that, you know? It's headquartered in Prairie du Sac, Wisconsin. It was founded in 1984, 34 years old today, in Sauk City, Wisconsin. And the founders were George and Ruth Culver, and the co-founders were Craig and Leah Culver. This is a private and family-owned company. Okay. Let me get back on track here. I'm getting kind of dizzy from running around in circles. So the company has 671 locations as of 2018, and they generate about $1.2 billion in revenue. That's huge. And just for fun, McDonald's has about 14,000 locations across America. So just to give it some perspective, it's still pretty small. And to give some other perspective, a West Side classic In-N-Out Burger has about 335 locations and generates around $575 million in revenue. So these numbers are pretty interesting because In-N-Out is about half the size of Culver's and their revenue is almost half. So makes sense. They're both fast food joints that probably have similar prices and similar foot traffic in their stores and probably have similar profit margins, but these are all assumptions, so I may be totally wrong. This was interesting to me because they do pretty similar things. The classic dine-in burger joint, low prices, simple menu, and a twist on the classic, their twist on the classic burger and fries. But Culver's does have a little bonus. They have a chicken menu and mixers, concrete mixers, and custard. It's just a more full menu than In-N-Out. So yeah, I think it's like a Chick-fil-A meets In-N-Out. That's Culver's. Just two powerhouses of restaurants, just amazing food, just under one roof. Like, I think Culver's wins that, but I have to eat there. So Culver's, if you're listening, send a check, and I would be happy to take a flight out there, or a train, or a bus, I don't care, or just some hotel rooms, and I'll just bike over there or something, and I will try some of their food. This is interesting. Oh, we already went over that. So the key product is obviously their butter burgers, and their top of the line this is their top of the line burgers. They use 100% fresh Midwest raised beef, never frozen, and always seared to perfection. You can get it in the single, double, or triple patties. Looking at the pictures from their website, the buns have a very distinct top. It's like little hills, or like the top of some challah bread or something. And they even have some specialty burgers, like the mushroom and Swiss butter burger, pretzel and Haas pub burger. Just a side note, this is an amazing looking burger. It just looks amazing with some cheap beer or something. If I lived in the Midwest, I'd have some cold beer and this burger at least once or twice a month. It's a delicious looking burger. And some other noteworthy items were the cheese curds,